slide. Okay, ito pala muna yung question. How do we make sure our artists, designers, and innovators have the skills that enterprises and global market actually need? Okay? Para yung sagutin nyo, DepEd or even Commission on Higher Education are actually implementing programs for you to acquire the skills, acquire the knowledge, and of course, acquire the career related to, the domains in the creative industry. But this question is actually more on emphasizing the importance of skills. And that is the very, let's call it the very domain or the very core of the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. Nandiyan na pala si RD Bal. Hi RD Bal. Okay, let's get to the next slide. Okay, ano ba yun? Ang first question kasi natin, we're already talking about skills, di ba? So I'd like to share to you some of the existing or some of the training regulations that we have in TESDA. You can see on the screen, these are actually baseline, baseline information or baseline modules or programs that support the skills. So meaning, these are actually already following certain standards that were developed in consultation with the industry players. Okay, if you look at the number, kukonti siya, di ba? Given the 9 domains, 73 more subsectors in the 9 domains as mentioned by Attorney Gio early on. Kulang siya, konti siya, tama ba? And we can still do a lot, okay? But how do we do that? In TESDA, in our next slide, it will show us that we are, creating and establishing what we call industry TVET boards. Okay, industry TVET boards. Ano ba yung industry TVET boards? This is actually, a group of industry players in a particular sector that sits down to work on the different standards. Okay, tingnan natin ha. Number 1, industry associations or board taking the lead in standards development. When we talk about standards, we're actually talking about competency standards, we're talking about training regulation, we're talking about the curriculum. We're talking about the modules, di ba? We're talking about the training programs. So, kung aligned siya, there's a standard nationwide. We are assured that whatever program that's run anywhere in the world, in the Philippines pala, whether in world, kasi meron tayong international credit transfer. So, anywhere in the Philippines, we're assured that it is compliant to the industry needs. Okay? Pero sino gumagawa nitong mga standards? That is where you will come in. Co-develop to preserve tradition. Let's co-develop. I've seen kanina sa presentation ni Ma'am Venus, ni Director Venus, there are a lot. Nandito, alam ko, ang daming, this room is actually full of, creative people who can help us. Please, yun yung panawagan namin palagi. Help us preserve the tradition. How do we do that? Help us develop programs, help us develop, training programs that will capture. Hindi namin makapture po yung pinaka-intelligence, yung pinaka-tawag natin doon. The very, thought or brain of the person himself, that somehow if we can develop standard, for a particular program, then we're already preserving the culture. Okay, I'd like to cite an example. Last week, there was a regional lead assessors training for backstrap loom weaving. Okay, backstrap loom weaving. It was implemented, it was conducted in my home region, Soxargen, and I think 5 participants come from the Cordillera Administrative Region. Okay? Ano ba yun? May question. Kasi sabi nila, parang if you are, developing standard daw, if you are, it's very difficult. Sabi nila, it's really very difficult to transfer the technology to, new person maybe or generation, because what is in the mind of natural person, an artist may not easily be translated and may not easily be passed on, to another person. But we were just saying is that we can, for example, in the upright loom weaving, we can actually develop codification, something like that. Para may susundan. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng gayahin ni Juan yung trabaho ni Juana, for example, di ba? Each person would have uniqueness. So this is also what we are emphasizing. So what we wanted to happen here in the industry board is to, tap industry players to become our partners in co-developing the standards. We have 4 existing ITBs for creative industry right now. It's animation, and our convener is Animation Council of the Philippines. But it doesn't mean that only the members of ACP will be part of the ITB. If there are, some of you who are coming from this particular subsector, let us know because we can enlist you to become a part of that industry board. We have also game development. Our partner right now is Game Development Association of the Philippines, okay? Again, hindi lang po limited to GDA ang membership. For fashion, we're working with Fashion Coalition. I saw that Fashion Accessories is actually a partner of Baguio City Creative Council. We hope that we can also partner with them. O baka kami magpa-partner sa inyo, ma'am. Sige, tingnan po natin. And finally, furniture. Okay? So meron po tayong mga industry TVET boards. And as I was saying, they are our partners in developing standards, developing modules, okay? We are also partnering with academic institutions. Kasi minsan, di ba, we know how to do it. We know the artists would know how to, how to siguro demonstrate, how to teach it, but the academic institutions representatives would know how to structure it into lessons that can be taught in training institutions or even academic institutions. Okay? Are you ready to be a part of it? Please help us. This is a national, industry TVET board. Although, of course, RD Val would also be interested to create an ITB industry TVET board for the regional level. But you can also participate. Biglang hinila talaga sa national level. Kasi it's part of my protocol. It's part of my portfolio pala, sorry. It's part of my portfolio. So maybe we can identify Director Venus from among, the strengths of Baguio and make the association for that particular subsector be the convener for a particular subsector. Let's see, okay? And we can sit down. But as much as possible, we also wanted to have representation from the different regions. Para national level talaga siya. Okay, the Industry TVET board. Okay, the next thing siguro na tatanong ninyo is now when we already have the training regulations, the competency standards, we have already consulted the industry players through the industry board, what contents were implemented. The next question is, what is TESDA doing, as far as the facilities and equipment are concerned? We might be, di ba, kasi si RD siguro and even PD can attest that most of the equipment that we have right now are not necessarily outdated. Siguro sabihin natin needs to be updated. Okay? But let me also emphasize that we just concluded the World Skills Competition where the Philippines is the host. Okay? 10 gold po yung panalunan natin. Okay. This one po, this is TVETs. This is a new program under our secretary, si Secretary Kiko Benitez. Although this was approved 2 years ago, but the implementation actually started this year. So it's supporting innovation in the Philippine Technical and Vocational Education and Training System project. And there are 17 regional training institution centers nationwide. I highlighted what we have in Baguio, particularly in Luwacan, RD, Luwacan. The focus is construction, particularly precision engineering and CNC. I think the next question is, how will precision engineering and CNC be useful to the creative industry? Isinama ko na rin po dyan. Creative connection, architecture and design, you would need, tama? Precision engineering and CNC. You would need that. So meaning, this will actually be very useful to Baguio, to the Cordillera Administrative Region. Creative spaces are also making use of of the facilities or even the information related to precision engineering and CNC. So with product and industrial design, furniture ba siya, jewelry, what have you, sculpture, etc. Jewelry instruments requiring precision tools, cameras, rigs, and motion capture devices are also making use of the focus of the industry that we have in Baguio. Okay? So this Baguio, the Cordilleras is still under, ano ba siya? Nasa orange pa siya. So approved, nasa third batch. Nasa third batch. Hindi pa siya ongoing ang construction RD, Hindi pa. But anyway, maybe you can, start maybe sitting down and discussing with the team. They are or they may have already identified the equipment to be purchased, but you can still influence, diba? Even the contents. You can still influence the contents of what this training center, what this RT can offer. There was already a consultation last week with the industry players, okay, but I think they will be going down to specific regions in time for maybe the inauguration. It will take time, but I think right now you can already plan, di ba? Kasi this will be a facility, this will be a center, this will be a hub that will address the needs of the community, the needs of the region, or this area particularly. So I hope that you can, enroll whatever idea you have so that it can be included there. Okay, from safety vets, we have the EBET. Kasi ang tanong ngayon, magte-training. Kasi di ba, pag sinabi natin training, a lot of people are saying there's a mismatch because the training that's happening in training institutions or the training that are implemented or yung academic institution, the learning that they get from academic institution are not actually aligned or not even using the equipment and facilities of the industry. Tama ba? Kaya nagkakaroon ng mismatch. Kaya pag-graduate, after graduation, some institutes, some industries, some enterprises still do bridging programs before they can eventually be hired. Tama? Okay. So, this is a new program, Enterprise-Based Education and Training. The law was signed November of last year. We fast-track, and July, there's already, there are already